Thank you for listening to Life Improvement Radio. You are listening to a rebroadcast of a previously recorded show.
My main friend, Facebook friend, and we've stayed in touch for years and we've chatted, author Geoffrey Philp. Geoffrey, thanks for calling, and how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I was promoting you, saying you shot me a direct message on Facebook saying, can't wait to come on your show and all these different things. And I guess you and I just kind of, as Facebook friends, check out what's going on for each one of us, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And I'm very grateful for the promotion that you've done. And not just for this, but the great work that you're doing on Total Tutor.
Thank you. Appreciate that so much, Geoffrey. Now, Geoffrey, let's kind of jump into, first of all, your background for our audience that has not heard about your work. And it's interesting because this place is your home, right? This college that is hosted at is your home. So tell us about it.
Yes. Yeah. I've worked here now for 30 years, and believe it or not, I'm going on for retirement pretty soon.
Oh, my. Not from the book fair, right, Geoffrey? You're going to keep coming for the book fair, right? You're not stopping writing.
Yes. No. In fact, since I've moved from being a member of the administration, I've gone back to I've gone forward to faculty, and in fact have more time to write now.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Gotcha. So I'm just curious because I've done a little bit of research, but I'm interested to hear more elaboration on your poems and stories.
Well, the stories have a lot to do with some of the concerns that are in the young adult novel that I've written, Garvey's Ghost. But many of the concerns have to do with first and second generation kids from the Caribbean who find themselves in America, specifically Miami here, and some of the things that they go through trying to figure out, what are they going to keep from Jamaica, and what are they going to let go in terms of their heritage and all of that. So it's sorting out the values that are important, not only on a personal level, but also on a familial and community level.
Gotcha. So just to give me a little bit more education, when you come to United States, Miami, what is the difference between the culture that they have and then the culture that they're experiencing here? Like, what is it that they would either be considering on losing or changing or kind of trying to adopt into both United States and Jamaica?
Well, one of the big things that America on the whole, especially here in Miami, because it's a port town, we tend to, much as we talk it up, we tend to be more individualistic, and family gets thrown by the wayside because we're all working, and just to even see a sister or a brother, you have to. It's not like in Jamaica where, when I was in Jamaica at least, we had regular Sunday meals together, the whole extended family, the fathers and the brothers would be playing dominoes. That rarely happens here in the United States. So that whole sense of family and extended family and doing things to promote and keep the family together are supported a lot more in Jamaica rather than here. So one of the things that I know that in my own life that I have tried to hold on to is that whole sense of family and making time. So we've had to split it in two. Like Wednesdays we have dinner with my mother-in-law and my wife's family, and then on Sundays we have dinner with my family, my sisters and my cousins and so on and so forth.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's so important because like for my busy life, while I'm doing things, during the daytime and everything, it's so hard to time for everything. But that's one thing I put above everything else is, family always comes first, and it's just, I would love to have the full extended family and everybody come, like you said, like once a week, but we're just so spread out, and it's just. But there is communication, so
Yeah,
but,
and there is communication. I mean, we send each other text messages daily and everything else. But the thing more than anything else, I mean, there's a thing called breaking bread, and just a physical act of breaking bread with someone else is very unifying.
Would you say why is it not happening that the family life is not as connected in the United States with Jamaicans who come here than
like
in Jamaica?
Said, we work so hard not only to support the family here, but many of us are also sending collectively millions of dollars back to Jamaica to help out the relatives there, and for example, this is one of the major crises in the novel that I wrote, Garvey's Ghost, which one of the things that leads to the break between the mother and the daughter, which is she is working so hard. She's a live-in nurse, and she has worked and lived away from home so much that she has no communication with her daughter. So when her daughter runs away from home, it's like, what have I done wrong? And slowly, as the novel progresses, she begins to see, is it worth it? Is it worth all this running after the material wealth? Yes, it does this and this, but now I've lost my daughter, and she's probably dead.
Yeah, and that's the situation about the working hard and getting lost in the shuffle in so many ways, Geoffrey.
Yes. And not many people are as fortunate as I am to be able to work in a situation here at the college that I can work and I mean many of my friends who are not teachers are not working 40 hours weeks. They're working 60 and 65-hour weeks, and on top of all of that, barely having any time to sleep, let alone have time to talk with the children. I mean, we'll be playing. We'll be, like, as I said, playing dominoes here or trying, and people will doze off waiting for the next game to start. So many. The idea of a living wage would be nice. If many of us could afford that. As I said, I'm lucky, privileged to be in a situation where, as a professional, I can do this. But it doesn't hold true for many of my family.
And I believe it goes even based on socioeconomic class that Geoffrey, people that do have some money have to work so many hours to make so much money. And that's the other unfairness in the United States is that, because of health care or because of certain things, we have to work X amount of hours. Like I have to work 80 to 100 hours a week and as an entrepreneur, but then my wife still has to work because she's carrying the health care. And so if there was a more affordable health care system, if there was a situation where it's more that the materialism of our country kind of disappeared in certain ways, we wouldn't all be feeling so stressed to deal with life, for sure.
Right. And I mean, and where I'm working, the campus where I'm working, it's called the Inter-American Campus. I mean, I have students in my class who are falling asleep in the middle of the class, and I know they've either just left home to come to class, or right after they finish my class, they're going to work. I mean, a couple of years ago, I mean, I met one of my students. I was coming back from a writers' conference, and she used to sleep in my classes. and I'm driving back from Miami International Airport. And as I'm going through the toll, who do I see? My student. And I finally figured out, oh, this is why she's sleeping in my class, because she's up until 1 o'clock at night working
Yes.
the toll booth. So, she was passing the class. I mean,
Right.
she was a brilliant writer, but she was a single mom, and she was just trying to put bread on the table for her child and make a better life for herself and her family.
We should research healthcare versus the way our care is based on how we're taking care of ourselves in the society.
Yes.
And the number of how less vacation we take than other countries.
Oh.
A lot of things. It's terrible. I wish I had more time, Geoffrey, to talk about this, but where can we purchase your book and learn more about you? But, hey, you ever have anything to promote, all you do is direct message me. You're on my show. Remember that.
All right, I will. The book, you can get it here at Books and Books in the United States of America. Books and Books is right now the sole distributor. So just call them up or send them an email, and Books and Books will take care of you. Mitchell Kaplan.
Awesome. Well, Geoffrey, thanks for calling, man. And
thank you. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay, keep the line open, please. Thank you. Keep it on.
All right, I will.
Right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. You're listening to Author's Corner, powered by Life Improvement Radio, live from the Miami Book Fair.
Thank you for listening to Life Improvement Radio. The views expressed by show hosts or their guests are their own and shall not be construed in any way as advice from Life Improvement Radio. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our website. Personal perspectives expressed by the producers, writers, or editors will always be presented as such. Any rebroadcast or retransmission without the expressed written consent of Life Improvement Radio is strictly prohibited. Thanks for listening.